So let me just introduce Gloria and Sumanto to the participants. So Gloria actually was a former team of eSIM team member. So she currently has taken a break. So she is but very much involved with our activities. So Gloria was actually working as a professor in one of the institutions in Bangalore. So she has a lot of teaching experience, and uh, she really makes sure that the people understand whatever she is actually taking care of. So you will really find that in her in this session. And Sumanto is actually a FOSSI fellow. Actually, every summer we conduct a fellowship within FOSSI, and we actually invite students to apply, and then we select, and we normally get around 20-30,000 applications, and out of which we actually select around 100 students to work with us. So he actually worked with us last year under the eSIM team. So he is also a student. Sumanto, can you just let us know which college you are studying?
I am in Father Consigo Rodriguez College of Engineering, Mumbai.
So he is also a student, and he also had actually last year worked with us. So Sumanto and Gloria will be now talking about the PSpice to KiCad converter, LTSpice to KiCad converter in detail. So over to you, Gloria and Sumanto.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So, good evening, all. Just a brief introduction on how to use a PSpice tool. So, as ma'am already informed that the PSpice tool was developed by many interns. Also, Sumanta also has contributed. So, the entire tool is written in the Python. What it does is basically the tool what we use is they map the symbols. For example, if you see how the op-amp symbol is in PSpice, right? So it takes the drawing and it maps. It doesn't match the functionality. So make sure about it. So let me share my screen. Okay, so if you see that on our eSIM web page, we have something known as PSpice to KiCad converter. So as a user, first I need to upload a file. If you click on upload a file, you can see here, you can upload a file here, but make sure the name of the file given should be a specific. Some people will give as none.sch, so it won't work, right? So I have a PSpice file on my desktop, which is a basic diode shunt clipping circuit. So I'll try to upload it. So this is my PSpice circuit.sch. If you want to see that. Yeah, see, this is a PSpice file. Those who have already used PSpice, they will be familiar with this, right? So what is this? Basically, it's nothing but your symbol design, the x-axis, the y-axis, and so on. So let me upload it. So you can see here, the file has been uploaded. Make sure the file should have the extension .sch. Only the .sch file, the sch stands for schematic, will be converted. So we'll give a brief introduction. Right? So you need to click on terms and conditions and then you need to submit it. Right? So you'll get this. So within a day, our team will get back to you with the converted files. You'll be notified, and also the files which are converted will be uploaded here or it will be published here. So just by clicking on one of the converted schematic, you can get a zip file here. Right? Any doubts still here? How to upload a file?
Anyone has doubts?
Okay, then I will go on. So now, if you see here, I have already downloaded it. Once you get the zip file and if you extract it, you'll get only 3 files in that, the .pro, .proj and .sch file. you cannot directly open this dot profile by double clicking on it. Why? Because the converted pspice files, right, they will be saved under esim_pspice library. You have already did simulation, right? You have esim_devices, esim_plots, esim_sources. Similarly, we have something known as esim_pspice. So only when you load that particular library in our schematic page or schematic editor, then only you can extract this schematic, the converted schematic of pspice. So how to do that? So let's go on to our eSIM window. Okay, let's create a new project. Right. I'm opening the KiCad schematic. So when I click on the place component, I should make sure that eSIM pspice has to be loaded. So now if you see, it's not been loaded, right? So already Saurav has told you how to load the libraries. Go to preferences, component libraries. Add the esim_pspice.lathe.
Yeah.
See, now if you see, the library has been loaded, right? So any doubts still here? You guys were able to follow it, right? It's
Anyone
just
has
how to open a
doubts? Any
schematic and
doubt?
load the library. So now I will import the schematic. So how do we import the schematic?
Ma'am,
You
would
need
you
to
repeat?
click on, yeah, pardon?
Would you repeat this?
Yeah, sure. So in eSIM, if sometimes what happens when you load a new schematic file, right, there might be a possibility that all the libraries will not be loaded. So to run the converted pspice file, right, you need to have a library known as esim_pspice, right? So this is the library that has to be there present in your schematic editor. If you don't have it, you need to click on preferences option on the top toolbar, right? Can you see the cursor? Click on it, select component libraries. In that you have an add button, right? There you will find all the libraries. So from here, I took the esim_pspice. Right? Very clear, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. So now the library is loaded. My schematic editor is ready. So now I need to import the schematic, right? That means I have to copy the schematic. So how I can do that? You need to click on File. Okay. There is some option known as Append Schematic Sheet, right? Click on the Yes button. It says that if you have any previous edit, it will save. Okay. So where I have downloaded my the Clipper circuit is, it's in the downloads. See, in that you need to select the .sch file. So these are the parameters. Basically, the parameters are not this thing. We are not converting the parameters. So this is what the schematic file which we is converted from pspice to KiCad. It is a simple diode shunt clipper circuit. So were you guys able to follow this? How to append a schematic? Any doubt? So the question is why it was on the top of the schematic editor. What happens is the converter, the pspice components are very small. So what the tool does is it maps the components 10 times of the component size. Then it converts the, then it maps to the KiCad components. Got it? Any doubt? Okay, so now let's go on. So this is done. Now it's just a basic method to generate the simulation. So now whenever you convert, have a converted KiCad schematic, right? You need to make sure the values have been assigned. If you don't assign the values and if you do KiCad to ngSpice conversion, right, it will hunk. You won't get, it will give you error. So let's assign a value. Let the V reference be 0 because let it clip at knee voltage. Then we need a plot. Then we need a global variable.
Okay.
Okay. So if you want, I can add one more global variable here. So now if you see here, I'm not replacing this diode with eSIM underscore D. So if you can see here, this is not being replaced with eSIM underscore D from eSIM devices. We are keeping it as same it is. So why it is? The main advantage of using the KiCad, the main advantage is that you can use all the KiCad libraries and make it as ngSpice compatible. How it is possible? That is mainly all ngSpice components have their own designators, or we call it as a reference. When I click on the component and edit it, right, you see this is the reference D. So ngSpice understand D means it's a model diode device. Okay. If it is a U, then it gives me an error. It says that it is an unknown device. If it is a X, it understands it is a subcircuit, right? You can use any of the KiCad libraries and change this designator based on the requirements of the ngSpice. If you make it as a Q, it becomes your transistors. If you make it as a M, it becomes your FETs, right? So it's not necessary that you have to use only the eSIM devices. You can use any of the KiCad libraries, but yes, the designator or the reference should be taken care of. Okay, so now let me say the schematic. Annotate. So we'll simulate the results. So like I said, since the reference was D, right? So you are getting an option to add a library. If the reference was U, then you would have not got this. It would have given you an unknown device type error. So let's add the diode. And we'll run it. Right? So if you want ngSpice, 1 minute. So basically it is a knee voltage. So the diode library has a knee voltage around 0.6, 0.61 to 0.65, right? So any doubts? Were you guys able to follow it?
Gloria, someone is asking where the eSIM PSpice library is
Okay.
available.
That is in your KiCad library. So if you are using a Windows, right, you can see the path. So this is Linux. So it is user shared KiCad library. If it is in eSIM Windows, right, it is C4C KiCad library. That is the path. So when you click on add, right, by default, it will take you to that path. All these libraries are available, not only eSIM underscore PSpice, eSIM devices, even when you're doing subcircuit and all, right? So you'll be modifying these files itself, even if you're doing NGHDL, subcircuit or device, all these library files only you're modifying, right? Was I clear? Was I able to clear your doubt? Okay. So now let me show one more example where I had to replace the component with eSIM devices. So let me remove this. We have something precision rectifier from here. We downloaded it. Full wave rectifier and half wave rectifier. So we had downloaded it already. So I'll open the schematic. Again, how to append a schematic? Since already esim underscore pspice is loaded, so I'm not going to load the library again. So file, append schematic sheet. Yes. So in the downloads, see, this is the esim subcircuit library, lm underscore 741. Why I was not able to use the pspice? If you see here, how many pins we have here? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? But the library, what we have under esim underscore subcircuit needs 8 pins. So if you can model this, or if you have any external subcircuit file of 5 pins that can define the op-amp, then you can use it. No worries. You just need to change the reference. Go to E, change from U to X. That's it. X means it is a subcircuit. But if I use it with the LM741 library file, that is, if you see here, what we have this LM741, right? This is mainly designed for 8 pins op-amp. You cannot change it. I'm least bothered about the parts. I'm least bothered about this parts and all. You can use any op-amp. You can use KiCad library also LM741 and you can run it. That's not a problem. So this is the reason, since we didn't had a subcircuit file which defines op-amp for 6 pins, we had to replace this with the eSIM subcircuit LM741, right? So let's save it. It's just a precision half-wave rectifier. So same d.lib device modeling and LM741. So this is what I was saying, right? This LM741 library which we have written, it is of 8-pin description of the op-amp. All right, so I can plot it here. Fine. So what you understood from this session, like what was the advantage? So those who attended the previous eSIM workshops, we always said that you have to use eSIM components itself, right? But that's not the case. You can use all the libraries. You can use all these KiCad libraries. All this 4, 4, 4, 5, 6. It's actually 11,000 libraries if you add everything, right? The only thing is to make the component with the ngSpice compatible, you need to change the reference. So am I clear how to load a converted pSpice file into eSIM, and further you can go for simulation or you can go for PCB designing? Any doubts?
Anyone doubt?
Wait, let me the Zoom. Okay. And one more thing, whatever we have uploaded here, right? They are already few of them have already been simulated in this thing eSIM. But it's not the case always you'll get .cir and .cir.org files. Only the 3 files you'll be getting once you get the zip file. Okay, then hope we'll be receiving more of the pSpice files. And within a day, we'll get back to you guys. So that's not a problem. Most of the pSpice have the reference designator as U. Okay, so that you need to make sure that
Gloria, in the chat, Mr. Purushottam has a question for you, if you can.
Yeah. Okay. Can you please tell, because I'm not able to see the chat.
Yeah. So Mr. Purushottam is asking, this converter is to be utilized in case we have some custom pSpice blocks that need to be converted and then use same in eSIM.
No, sir. Actually, why we have been developed this tool? Because see, the PSpice in the earlier versions and this thing, it was not feasible to go for PCB generation, right? PSpice
Yeah.
also does the simulation. Now the NGSpice supports PSpice also. That's not a problem. But to go for PCB again, it would have given a error. Whereas now the eSIM does both. You can see the simulation, and you can directly go for KiCad. And what is the difference? All are the same. They are the diagrams, they are the parts. The only the functionality is different. So who defines the functionality? It is us. We write the model library file, we write the sub-circuit file. We want to see how the diode wants to be modeled, whether it has to have an E voltage around 0.3, 0.5, 0.6, right? Instead of going for 2-3 softwares, one for simulation, one for PCB, so our team designed it in such a way that you can go for simulation, check the output. Okay, you are happy with your output, then you go ahead for the PCB generation, right? What I'm trying to tell is that you can design this, you can model the library, you can create the library. Try to understand. These are just drawings. These are just drawings. You're doing a drawing with a triangle and pins, and you are telling it's a op-amp. But how do you function it? How do you want your op-amp to behave? That is done by the user. You need to model it. Either you model it using a small signal analysis, or you model it using a transistor level. Now whatever LM741 we have, right, if you click on it, you can see we use minimum 23 transistors. Our interns have developed that. They use 23 transistors to design this LM741, whereas you can define it within few lines also using small signal analysis, right? It's all the simulate this thing softwares are same. If you go and check online also, you can get so many libraries, spice libraries. The only thing is the pin numbers. Yeah, the pin numbers really matter. You cannot run a 8-pin diagram, op-amp diagram with a 6-pin library file. It gives an error. It will say that pin number doesn't match, right? So was I able to clear your doubts, sir?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
They are saying thank you.
Okay. Then anything else? Same thing we have this thing also, like we are working on it. We'll get back to it thoroughly. LT Spice to KiCad.
Yeah, for LT space, we get
Yeah,
the next
Sumantu
version.
and Saurav is working on that. It's in beta version. We are just checking the different circuits. Once it is done, we'll launch that. Again, it is the same thing. You
Yeah.
need to make sure the library has been loaded, check it, load the files, and run it. And it is free of cost. So any doubts? Okay, so then I'll stop sharing my screen. Yeah, ma'am, it's over to you.
Thank you, Gloria and Sumanto. So I hope whoever are using PSpice may get inspired to use this converter and start using eSIM for their simulation purposes.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.